It took State Representative Dennis Bonnen more than 20 years to become Speaker of the Texas House. It took him 4 months to lose the job.
A conservative activist secretly recorded the Speaker saying unflattering things. In case you missed them, we'll go through the list in a minute. It led to weeks of internal struggle, which took a major turn this morning.
KXAN political reporter Phil Prazen reports Bonnen announced this morning he will not seek re-election next year, and here's why.
The Speaker of the House is the most powerful person in the state you don't directly vote for. The person is chosen from the 150 House members each legislative session, so the Speaker needs support from 76 members to get elected, and Speaker Bonnen simply lost support from too many Republicans to make the numbers work.
For the rest of the population, it might be something that would be easy to kind of forget as the days, weeks, and months would go by. But when you only have a small group of people who are in charge of your future and you have badmouthed them, lied about them, talked behind their back, and been proven to be completely duplicitous, they're not going to forget that.
Since early October, one by one, Republican representatives called on him to step down. The tipping point came Monday when 5 key members of the Speaker's own leadership team announced they no longer supported him.
Once you forget that your constituency is that 149 voters, those dogs will eat you alive.
Bonnen's decision not to run could leave a vacuum for Republican power at a time Democrats are only 9 seats away from taking over the Texas House. Big money donors usually give to people in power. Bonnen might not be able to mobilize campaign funds to successfully fend off Democratic advances, and the $3 million he has already raised could be tainted.
And now the money is maybe kind of in a lockbox. No one's sure if they either want to take it, if he'd be willing to spend it.
The House Democratic Caucus put out a statement saying Bonnen made the right decision, and they'll continue to work to lead Texas to a better tomorrow. Phil Prazen, KXAN News.
Bonnen will stay on as Texas House Speaker until the 2021 legislative session, when the House will pick a new Speaker. What he can do in the meantime is pick topics for House members to study during the interim. As for the details from that secret recording, in case you missed them, Michael Quinn Sullivan, leader of a controversial nonprofit group, made the recording in June and released it a week ago. In it, you can hear Bonnen organizing campaigns against fellow Republicans and offering press access to Sullivan's group in exchange for campaign work against those Republicans. He also joked about a House member being a closeted gay man, called a woman vile, and took swipes at leaders from big cities in Texas.
And the Texas Rangers are still investigating. They're doing that investigation into Bonnen in Brazoria County, which is the Speaker's home district. The Rangers Public Integrity Unit is focusing on whether Bonnen committed a campaign finance violation during his controversial meeting with Michael Sullivan. Even though the Speaker announced he wouldn't seek re-election if he is found guilty, a constitutional amendment would require him to step down from his role immediately. Governor Abbott would have to call a special election to appoint a new Speaker.